Welcome to A Nightmare on Fear Street. This is another review. I am Celeste Ray, and I am back from Overlook Film Festival. And I am basking in the glow of a bunch of scary, creepy things that I enjoyed. I am here today with a Hokum review, and because I don't know me, there's probably going to be some spoilers. I'm going to try and keep it spoiler light, but also I don't know me. So if you're like me and adverse to spoilers, you might want to just pause this and come back. It's going to live on the internet forever, unfortunately, like all things. Anywho's, the synopsis for Hokum. A cynical writer who travels to a secluded Irish inn only to find himself trapped in a labyrinth nightmare of secrets hidden within the bowels of the hotel. That is not incorrect. For those of you who don't know, this is Damian McCarthy's third feature that I have seen. I feel like each time it's a better time, but I also feel like it's the same variation of the same story. It's almost like a writer's prompt where you're giving ingredients, like a bake off if you're a Paula Vogel girl. Like a bake off and you're giving ingredients like bunny, ghosts, cynic, and then you mix it up and you see what you get. It's kind of like that. But for whatever reason, this variant is a better variant than the last two for me. And I do think Oddity had a strong 15-minute opening. I think that was some of the scariest shit we saw that year. And the rest of the movie wasn't bad. But this is more my speed. So if you're kind of like me, you're kind of on the outsides, this might be for you. I think that it sidesteps a lot of the things I didn't particularly love about the previous two movies, while managing to get that beautiful tension that we got in that section of Oddity that I really did fucks with. I also appreciate that this movie sees us have Adam Scott in the genre yet again. I feel like we've claimed him. He's played an asshole writer this time, and so there's humor in that because again, it's Adam Scott. He is also serving terrified white guy in claustrophobic spaces, which I mean that is a subgenre movie we need more of. While he's being just like the funniest bitch in the room. I don't understand why. I don't understand why this character works, but it does. And you know what? Kudos. Speaking of, my friends were shooketh when we saw this in Overlook. They were gasping and screaming, and I was cackling. So again, if you're familiar with me and my brand of bullshit, you know what time this is, and you know just how evil it is. I was having a very wicked time. And I think that now that I've sat with it, I get why they were gasping and why they were a little bit terrified, and I was just like, so yeah, I'm a broken bitch. Welcome. If you are too, you're gonna laugh as well. I do think that I appreciate that the creeps are creeping, and I appreciate that the plots were twisting. I really do think this is McCarthy's strongest movie. I say that with my full chest. I say that in sincerity. So again, if you were indifferent or unimpressed, I think that you should clock in for this one. Even though again it is a different version of what feels like the same story. I don't know why it works and why it feels new. I really don't. Magic. I would have liked for this runtime to be used a little differently because I feel like we sidestep a bunch of interesting plot points and character things I would like to know more about in the sake of doing what we do. Again, I love me some vibes and I love me some witchcraft, but I think that there are some open questions sort of staring us in the face. And that takes me out as a script bitch because I am a script bitch first and foremost. I also would like to unpack why we made a specific choice for Fiona, who is kind of she is as close to a leading lady as we're gonna get in the supporting cast. I wish that had been a different choice. I feel like this is a choice that is part of an ongoing trend I'm seeing, and I kind of want to fight people a little bit. And so I'd like to know if there was more to that or more that went into that decision and how we got there. I would also love to start sitting down with male filmmakers to just be like, can we do other things with women characters? But you know what? I am one bitch. Overall, this is a good movie. I'm not mad at the hype that is about to ensue. I think that it is probably the most deserved of the three features I have seen from McCarthy thus far. I think that a lot of people are gonna dig it. I think even if it's not your vibe, you're gonna understand it and respect it, and you're gonna see why it chills certain people in a certain way. And I think that that is all we can ask for in times like this, because it's been kind of a rough year so far. For film, for horror people, and for humans. 2026, y'all. Did I like it? I'm going to give it 3.5 witches brews because I love a theme and I love a witch, and this witch got to be creepy as a bitch. And if we're gonna have witches, they should be creepy as a bitch. And so the assignment was understood. I also have to tell you that Hokum will haunt theaters on May 1st, so you can check it out for yourself and form your own opinion if you were not lucky enough to see it at Overlook Film Fest in New Orleans just a few weeks ago. Yay, late reviews. If you have seen this movie and you agree or disagree, find me in the comments. If you're respectful, yeah, that's all I know about that. Shout out to Overlook Film Fest for letting Nightmare on First Street in, because without them saying yes to that application, I wouldn't be here knowing you on the internet today. I would have been across the street looking at my friends have fun at the festival through binoculars, and that's sad and a little bit scary, isn't it? So yay, we did it for our 3rd year in a row. Anyways, bye.